G'day folks, this is Sim. Welcome back to Minecraft Done from Down Under. Today we're going to build a horse stable. These guys over here have been out in the wind and the rain for more than long enough, so I think it's about time that we gave them a little bit of shelter and got them out of the way. I'm going to be using a design based on something that I saw done on Xisumavoid's channel, which I thought was fairly neat and simple and did the job well. I'm not 100% sure how reliable it will be. We'll find out, and we can make some changes later if it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. But the whole idea is based on the use of half slabs. So by placing down half slabs, we'll just do a couple here just to give an indication, we can actually trick the horses into thinking that they can't get out of a gap that we can in fact ride in and out of. So what we'll do is we'll throw up some walls, and I'm going to use the stone brick because we've got plenty of it from the branch mine, and it'll give it a little bit of contrast against the cobble that we've got here. And we'll also add in some of the dark oak, which we've now got a plentiful supply of. So what we're going to do is, come on, steady on, not yet, give it time. Alright, okay, we want to go up 3 high, and actually we'll take these out because I do actually want to give them a little bit of space between the stalls so they can actually see each other. So we should be fine to use the cobble fence there. Going to give them a bit of a window as well. I've just got to work out how we're going to do it. I might use fence posts. I might actually make up some slabs and just put in a breather gap. I'm not sure. We'll play around and see how it turns out. If we put in fence posts, it's going to look like that, which isn't too bad. It always bugs me though that when you put fence posts into gaps like this, it's not even. You've got basically no gap up the top and a much larger gap down the bottom. The other alternative would be to do something fairly simple, like just put that in there like that, just to give them a breather gap. We'll see how we go. But for now, we do need to get the rest of the roof up. So let's do it this way. And we want our half slabs now, or slabs to be more specific. I got an old habit of calling them half slabs a long time ago, and that's never really changed. Now, might need to build myself up a little bit of a step. Because I do want to run a support beam across the front. Just throw that in there. Yeah, I know I've got an axe on my bar, but the time that it takes to change to an axe, it's probably not worthwhile. Alright, so let's just run this across here, and we'll do this quickly. Can it? Yep, we can do it from here, so let's just run this through. Got about 9 stables that we can actually put in here, which should be more than enough. And one more, there we go. Right, so let's just bounce down. I think I will use the acacia wood for the roof here just to keep with the theme. So I'll just throw this up for now. That should be at a height that I'm happy with. We'll see in a minute. Alright. Okay. Now, do we want to double the cobble? I don't think it'll work. I think we'll end up with a gap at the top if we do it. No, we'll get the checkerboard effect. We don't want to do it that way. Alright, well, let's give this a shot and see whether it's actually going to do what we want it to do or not. They're not supposed to be able to get out once they're in there. Alright. See how that goes, shall we? Now you can push them out, but apparently because of the way things are, they don't see, well, they see that as a full block and they see that as a full block, so they've only got a single block wide gap through the middle that they can't get through. So we'll see whether he stays in there. As I said, if it doesn't actually behave the way it's supposed to, or if game mechanics have changed since I saw the video, then we'll look at alternatives, putting in some fence gates or something like that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish up the full line here and throw the roof on, and we'll see how it looks. So I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so there we go. I made a couple of changes as I went along. I replaced the brick at the front with the acacia wood, because it tends, well, the brick was pretty stark. It really did stand out too strongly, I thought. It's not too bad though with the acacia. It works really well with stone and stone brick. The colours are actually quite similar, and what it seems to do for us is break up the stone so that you've got more of a transition and it just looks a lot cleaner. Well, that's how I feel anyway. This fella in here hasn't come out the whole time I've been working, so that's a good sign. So I think what we will do now, yes, and just up in here, because of the way it turned out in the roof, there's just a little bit of space. Unbelievable. They're everywhere, aren't they? Seriously. I don't know whether I'm actually going to have any use for this or not, but I figured we've got more than enough stalls, so I'll just run a little stairway up there. I might do something funky with a double piston extender later to make like a little short elevator, which might be cool. But for now, that'll do the trick. It tends to break up the outline a little as well, which works. So let's unload some of this stuff and let's go and grab those saddles which have been piling up downstairs and actually move these guys in here. What have we got? So much stuff. So much stuff. What else here? Slabs. Fences. More slab. Oh, they're wood slabs. I'll keep all the wood together for now. Let's just throw this over in here then. Slabs. Wood. More wood. 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 Okay, alright. And you go up there with all of that stuff for now as well. Actually, I've thrown my stone away, haven't I? You can come back. Gotta have blocks on the bar. Alright, so now the other thing that I will be doing over time is removing these torches wherever possible, because we obviously don't want them. There will be some places where I'll have to leave torches in, but I want to avoid as much as I can. So we're just using the simple tactic of putting down hedges and dropping some pumpkins down in below. They're visible when you're right up close on top of them, but you generally don't tend to walk around like this all the time, so it actually looks quite good. I'll probably put a little bit more wood underneath a few of the patches here, but yes, as you're walking along you don't really see the pumpkins at all, so it works really well and you get the lighting. The only problem is that being down there they've got to be a lot closer together, so we're going to have to mix up the lighting and try a few different tricks in places to get a good result and remove the torches. Alright, let's go get those. Hello, it's night time, we've got company. Nothing else? Probably should throw some torches around here for now anyway, just to reduce the spawns close by. Torches are a necessary evil. I really wish there were better ways to light things up. What I really would like would be some sort of torch or light source that actually lights a larger area. Ideally something that sets the light level of a whole chunk to level 14, which is max. I can't remember, 14 or 15, and then it bleeds off around the edges, which means that you should theoretically be able to light a chunk and then go over 2 chunks, light the next one, and the light level in the middle should still be enough to cover it. That's what I'd like to see anyway, but I don't know what's involved in actually coding that. Alright, so saddles, we've got a truckload of them, so let's put them to use. We've got about 5 or 6 guys in there. That should be enough. Let's do this now, shall we? Did I bring any wood with me? No. I've got some over here. Oak wood planks, yeah, that'll do. Alright. Let's just make a chest. And we'll grab all of the saddles. We'll get them out of here, and the leads. I think I've got leads in here. Yep. So, what other horse related stuff do we have? We have the horse armor. I think I might leave that down here for the time being. It's a little bit safer. I finally got around to putting a pressure plate here so the door shuts behind me automatically, and the reason for that was while I was tooling around the other day, I made the mistake of leaving the door open. I came out in the morning and killed a zombie who was at my door, turned around, went back to doing what I was doing, and then kaboom, because the creeper just happened to wander down. That took out 3 chests, and yeah, that was fun to clean up. Alright, so I'll throw this chest up in here. These are stairs, so it shouldn't be a problem to pop that there, get that in. Not sure how many horses I've got here at the moment. Let's gather them up, assuming that none have escaped. Looks like they've all gone into hiding. Come on, mate. You first. There you go. Let's go get the next one. Wait, get up there. Where are the rest of them hiding? They must be right around the back. There's one. I know there's more than this. Anybody around the side here? No. I wonder if any managed to sneak out while I was working. Certainly doesn't seem right. There's definitely more than 4 in here. Okay. So yeah, what has been going on here? I wonder. Hang on a second, let's try something. Nope. Okay, now I'm a little worried. They shouldn't have been able to escape. deal with these guys. How about you? You're annoying. Wait, where'd you go? Come back here. Come on, you coward. You watch. He'll turn up at the worst possible time. I might have to do a roam around. There are a few wild ones around here. Now, how about you? Are you tame? Are you an escapee? No, you're a wild one. You're a Brumby. What about you, mate? Were you one of them? No, I don't recall having a black and white. We're about to find out. No. I'll grab you later, not right now. Alright, that's strange. Now I've got my original one still over, well, over the back there. I'll probably move him, although I might leave him over there because he's convenient. Sure, I had more than 4 though. That's really annoying. Alright, well, I'll have a bit more of a scout around later. Nobody down there? Is that a horse? Oh, I don't have Optifine, I can't zoom. How'd you get over here? Let's try you out. Ah, that's what we're looking for. That'll be about right. Let's see if we can make this jump or whether we're going to fall flat on our face. Oh, that's a bit rough. Let's try that again. No. Is this guy not a jumper? Did I grab him purely for the speed? Anyway, that's what this is for. What sort of jumper are you? Seems pretty decent. I've got nowhere inside here I can really test him, is there? And we know that if we try and jump up against the fence, they actually get caught up under the lip the same way the spiders do. Okay. This is just a little bit curious, so just bear with me for a second. Let's just double check this guy and see why it was that we kept him. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. Come here, Silky. Can you jump 3.5 or 4? Probably not 4. Oh yeah. Why did you have so much trouble clearing that fence, mate? You feeling a bit crook? Did you eat some dodgy grass while you were out there on the plains? Anyway, in you go. So there we go. Got a stable, got these guys all tucked away nice and safe and warm. We'll have to do something about these chooks next. make up some sort of chook house, something that's functional without going too over the top. I'll probably put in a proper chicken breeder later, although with the skelly grinder down there I've got more than enough arrows, so I don't have a massive need for feathers, and I don't normally eat chicken, so I might just make the a chook house for show and leave it at that. We'll leave a few to roam around, but we'll have to cut the numbers down a little bit because, well, they're chooks. They're dumb and they're annoying. Alright, let's see how we're going for time, and we'll probably sign off. If not, I do have something planned, so give me a sec. Yep, we're doing well for time, so I'm going to revisit the enchanting room because there's something that I wanted to talk about. Now, this actually may become irrelevant in a few months because there are going to be some fairly major changes to enchanting coming from the word that's bouncing around. Jeb put a tweet out and posted an image which shows that they've got some serious changes for enchanting, which hopefully will make it a little bit less of a lottery, but we'll see. But when it comes to making things into a lottery, there is one way to reduce a bit of that lottery with enchanting, and it doesn't take a whole lot of work. Hang on a second, I might want to make paper before I do this. We've got plenty of sugarcane because I harvested that stuff that I planted around the beachfront the other day. And plenty of leather because we harvested the cow farm, so books aren't going to be a problem. Let's just boost this up and get this ready. Got this going at the moment. I've got about 28 levels here, but we'll probably need to run through twice to get a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the enchanting table to minimum. Alright, and what we're going to do now is we're going to enchant ourselves a truckload of level 1 books. Now you will tend to get a lot of power enchantments. That's just unfortunately the way it goes. Aqua Affinity, never goes astray. Sharpness. Another power 1. They'll be good to demonstrate what we're doing here anyway. Gets it, gimme. Another power 1. Okay, we're on a roll. Okay, now this is just getting a little bit rude. Come on, give us some decent enchants. Ah, now the game's trolling me. Efficiency, that's more like it. Tell you what, I've got a few more to enchant up here, so I'll pop back once they're all done. Okay, so that's a fair number. I probably enchanted, what, about 25, 24 books. We got a bunch of sharpness 1s, some efficiencies, only 1 protection, which was a little bit sad. We normally get more than that, and a truckload of power 1s. We've got a lot of sharpness 1s though, so we'll use those. And you want to have a decent supply of iron too, because you will tend to go through a few anvils doing it this way. But 2 sharpness 1 books plus 2 levels will give you a sharpness 2. Do it again, and you've got 2 sharpness 2 books. Now those 2 sharpness 2 books plus 5 levels will give you a sharpness 3. And we're going to need to get those levels, so how many mobs have we got in here at the moment? 114. It's not a massive number, but it's enough to demonstrate what we want. So let's just lock that off and turn that on and back away so we don't deafen everybody with the sound. I had to make some space to store all the excess armour, which I'm not going to use. Go figure. Alright, and hang on a second. Probably help if I made that into a splash potion, wouldn't it? Yeah. Now, this trick, I mean, quite a few people already know it. It's something that you certainly pick up if you play a bit of UHC, because you really do have to get the best possible value you can out of your enchanting, and this is a pretty good way of doing it. It's not going to give you the super awesome enchants most of the time, but it's just a good way of maximizing the value of what you do have. So let's pop these guys. Take out, oi, thorns, that'd be right. Okay, a few enchanted bows, some enchanted mail. That'll drop in there. Alright, so let's bounce back here. Let's get rid of these, don't need these right now. Okay, so let's continue on. So sharpness 1 and another sharpness 1 gives us another one. And that one and that one. So now we've got a bunch of sharpness 2s, and we'll make up a couple of sharpness 3s. Now what you can do now is you can take that sharpness 3 and sharpness 3 and you combine the two of those together for 7. So now we have a sharpness 4 book, and we can quite easily go and grab a weapon such as this one, and it'll be interesting to see whether this one's going to be repairable or not. But if we take my sword and we add the sharpness 4 book, for 8 levels we're going to get this fellow up to a sharpness 5, and that's certainly something that we want to do. So we've probably got a few building up in here, and we've got 3 levels left. So let's do this now. Where'd my sword go? Hey, you, get back here. Look at that. That's another not too shabby bow. That's mine. I don't want to lose that one. Alright. We'll throw that over in here with the other ones that are pretty good. We won't waste the potion on a small number like this. We only need 5 more levels, so we'll take these down pretty quick. Most of them are one hit anyway, or close to it. Oh, crikey. Should pay more attention. So we take this fella here, and the book, and now she's sharpness 5. And if we're lucky enough to get ourselves an unbreaking book, we'll look at tossing that on there as well. I don't have any diamonds, so I'm not sure what the current repair cost on this fella is. I'll check that later. But there you go. So we'll do the same with the power, the same with, well, when we get some more protections, and the same with the efficiency. And it's a good way to upgrade a not so exciting enchant when you get one. Stick them over in here. As you can see, I've got some protection already, and a sharpness. There's a bunch of sharpnesses here that I've already combined, and same with the efficiency. Well, that's Aqua Affinity. Actually, that's at max level anyway. Efficiency, 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 and protection. Oh, hang on a sec. Your efficiency, your protection, and then they're all power over there. So yeah, it's worth keeping in mind. 3 throw a whole bunch of levels into level 1s onto a stack of books and mix them up so that when you need to custom make a weapon or just give something that didn't quite get the enchant that you wanted, just a little bit more of a boost, then you're all good to go. Oi, missed. And what do we want in here? Armor. I've got a bit of aqua affinity. It's always going to be waste, but at the end of the day I'd rather waste a few levels and some books than a whole bunch of levels on a diamond sword that ends up with something shocking. And as I said, this might all change. They're definitely looking at making some changes to the enchanting system. It's probably going to still be a while away, so we'll make the most of what we can in the meantime. Alright, well I think that'll do for now. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Give us a like if you feel like it. Subscribe if you want to. Other than that, take care of yourselves everybody. Look after, and ciao for now.